I left high school at 16 years old, which you did, growing up in England back in those days. Didn't know what I wanted to do in my life and ran off to join the British Navy. When I left the Navy, I actually started in the fire industry for a few months in England. I didn't know what I wanted to do for a living, and a job agency called me up and they said, hey, we've got an opportunity in the alarm business. The idea behind Signs and how I started this was really based on how I wanted to live and enjoy the next years of my career. It was really that catalyst of, I don't want to just settle for the next 20 years and have a very prescriptive outcome. What I want to do is go build something where I can have fun. And I thought, well, how fun it would be to build the largest fire and life safety integrator in the United States. And to do it where, and this is really important to me and to us, to do it where science is the sum of the cultures of the companies we acquire. We're looking for companies to join Science that are in the major metropolitan markets in the US, companies that do the things that we do. You know, there's adjacency, they're in the fire alarm business or the fire protection business or the security business, so I think fire and life safety. If those two elements exist, which they do for hundreds of potential great companies out there, then the leg of the stool, as I like to think about it, is really culture. Culture is really important, and so the companies we're acquiring, there has to be a fit on the culture side. And once we realize that, there is this common thread between the owners, how they started their businesses, what they experienced. They're all entrepreneurial. They typically have built a business from scratch. They care passionately about their employees. They care passionately about their business. And so long as that kind of integrity and the values are there, then we've got a really good starting point to begin a discussion around an acquisition. When we sign a letter of intent with a prospective seller, it's a pretty simple process. A letter of intent is only about a 1.5-page document. It's non-binding. In fact, nothing is binding in the process until the actual contract is signed. Once that letter of intent is signed, we go into our diligence period. That diligence period takes typically 6 to 8 weeks, at which point we're then signing a purchase agreement, which touches on finance and operations and benefits and sales. From an initial conversation to actually closing and signing a contract is typically about 10 to 11 weeks, something like that. So pretty quick, pretty efficient, and we try to do as much of the heavy lifting as possible for the seller. Science really started as a journey of fun and fulfillment, to go build the biggest of something in America. And one of the things I'm most happy about 6 years in is that the majority of our owners still come to work every day. And the reason they come to work every day is because we haven't blown up their businesses. We do protect their culture. They also can be part of the growth of their business. I always like to think that when people wake up in the morning, if they've got to come to work, I want them to be able to say, this is a place I want to come to work. It's really that simple. You want them to have compensation opportunities for themselves and for their families. And then the whole thing kind of flows from there. The most important thing along the way is just that fun, that fulfillment, the values, the integrity, treating people well. Everyone keeping each other honest, to that kind of North Star of Science. And it's us working together, having fun together, investing and doing some of the things they want to do but they haven't yet done, that I think keeps people around and keeps them coming to work every day.